Yo, yo, yo. Mic check 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. Bam! Bam. Guys, what's going on? Welcome to hashtag TNT JoeFi tech news that Jerome Ortega finds interesting. I thought I had that down pat. I thought I had that I don't know. I feel like I'm getting the hang of this. Guys, what's going on? Yeah, I've only been doing it for 6 months now. Today is, did I say welcome to TNT JoeFi tech news that Jerome Ortega finds interesting? I am your host, Jerome Ortega. Today is Thursday, September 24th, 2:23 p.m. and counting. Good afternoon to everybody in the U.S. Good morning, good evening to everyone else around the world. What's going on? How's it going? I'm very tired today. I've been trying to get my caffeine in to get the energy, but I am very tired today. So hopefully that energy comes in a little bit. We do have a good amount of news. I always say that. I feel like I say that every time, but we do. We have a good bit of news to go over. We're going to talk about the Pixel again, but I actually want to spend some time and talk about this Galaxy S20 Fan Edition. We talked about it yesterday. I was like, yeah, I don't know, $700. But then I was like, man, these specs actually might be worth it. And then I found out that it's even cheaper. So before I get into all of that, let me go ahead and say hi to everybody first. Edgar Hernandez first. Congrats, Edgar. Congrats for being first. Do I win a cookie? Happy Thursday. Yeah. I don't have any cookies on hand at the moment, but the moment I do, I'll be sure to share with you. Edgar says that green Pixel does look like the Pixel Buds 2 that Google is currently selling in that color, mint. That's what it looks like. I also think it looks very similar to the muted green on the Pixel 4a. Maybe less green on this one, but we'll talk about it. Fear the Roof 42 says, second, what's my prize? A smaller cookie. Yeah, you get half a cookie. Fear the Roof 42. Welcome, welcome. First to small, that like button. I'm thinking second cookie for me. or to smash. I get weirded out when everyone always says smash the like button. When did that become a thing? Why do people always say that? Why can't we just like click on it? Why 2019? Hi, what's going on? Why? How you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you. Why says Pixel 5 day 3. I feel like every day is a Pixel day, guys. William is in here. William Maya, what's up, y'all? What's going on, William? Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you. Tobez is in here as well. What's up, guys? What's going on? Nice to see the regulars. As always, Oskin is here as well. Hey, Jerome, what's going on? Oskin, how you doing, man? Oh, I missed Team Varai. I'm sorry. Hey, everyone. Currently on a trip with my wife, but dropping by to say hi. Hope y'all are good. Thank you, Team Varai, for stopping by. I appreciate, even though you're busy and doing much more interesting things than hanging out here, I appreciate you coming by to at least show some support, show some love. So thank you. Why says I want a cookie too. We'll figure the cookie thing out. Not right now. Let me scroll down. Big House Productions. Hey, good people. What's going on, Big House? Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you as always. Oskin said, yesterday you said a phrase. That's nice. That's, quote, I got a DSLR and I shoot a lot. I mean, I do shoot a lot, either with my DSLR or my camera phone. Lately, more with my camera phone than anything else. I'm not even going to go over that. Javi Martinez. What's up, Jerome? South side of Chicago by Midway Airport. I like your little Android avatar there. South side of Chicago by Midway. Javi, haven't you been a supporter of this channel for a while? I think you have. I think you might have mentioned to me before you're from Chicago. But Javi, welcome. Nice to see you drop by in the stream. Yes, I'm a North Sider. Born and raised North Sider, but I show love to all Chicagoans. No, but thank you, Javi. Thanks for stopping by. Thank you. Hopefully you can stick around. CH Gadgets, what's good? What's good, CH Gadgets? How you doing, man? Welcome. Tito Escobar is in here as well. What up, Jerome? What's going on, Tito? How are you? Fear the Roof 42 says, Jerome, thought I'd update you. Not sure you care or not. I always care. But I sold my Pixel 4, broke even, was killing me getting the same 3. Fear the Roof 42. I remember when we had this conversation and you were like, no, the battery's going to be, I get it. You wanted to give it a shot. You gave it a shot. It was killing you that you were getting the same 3 to 4 hours of screen on time as your Pixel 3 XL, using that for now. Not sure what to do next. You know what to do next. You're going to get a Pixel something else. M Jacob 799 CAD. Why are you reading my news stories, M Jacob? We're going to talk about that today for the Pixel 5. We are going to talk about that today, which is very exciting for me to discuss as well. But M Jacob, welcome. Speaking of Southside Chicago, Tana So Lit in the house. Hashtag Team Pixel. Tana, what's going on, man? Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you as always. Appreciate you stopping by. William Maya says TNT Joe-Fi is a safe haven for Pixel enthusiasts. I'm about it. Yes, very true. Safe haven, but there is also no safe space for when Google messes up and they need to get called out. Fear the Roof 42 says, first to gently disperse pressure down upon the like button. Thank you for being very nice on doing that, which, by the way, if you guys have not, please do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. It is a way to support. Thank you so much. Tito says, I am the hashtag unofficial Team Pixel. There you go. TNT Joe-Fi is just as interesting as any trip, man. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. Javi says, yes, I have. I knew you've been hanging around. I knew you've been part of this Phone Jerome fam for quite a bit. So thank you, Javi. Thank you so much. Oskin says, will the call screening work in India too? I'd imagine it would. Why wouldn't it? Right? Anybody chime in on that? I would imagine call screening would also work. Is the call screening only in Pixel phones? Have they not added it to other phones now? I think they have, but I'm not exactly sure. I think you need to get the Google Phone app. Or did they call it Phone by Google app? Whatever it's called. Vito Viziato, guys, why are you ruining all this news? This is news we're going to share. So the Pixel 5 in Canada is supposed to be selling for 800 CAD, which is about 600 US. Yes, I know. We're going to talk about that today. I think we're all excited. Well, I don't know. I'm excited. I'm excited for that price. Hopefully that's the price. Tito says, I dig the green color for the Pixel 5. So do I. So do I. Daniel Brito can do a giveaway when the Galaxy FE. You want me to do a giveaway? Daniel, you must be new to this channel. Daniel, do you realize I don't get shit for free? I don't get free phones. I used to get free phones. And then when I have anything to say about it, I never get one again. Daniel, I don't do giveaways. I don't make a lot. Do you see this apartment back here? Do you think it pays for itself? I make these streams and I make like $2 a day on these streams and it doesn't pay for this rent. I do this out of the love of my, I don't know, out of the love for tech and what I do. Daniel, I appreciate you stopping by, but yeah, you'll be lucky if I ever do a giveaway. My channel would have to be much bigger to even afford to do anything like that. But I appreciate you stopping by. You probably left. You're probably not even like listening to this at this point. A $2 super chat. Speaking of the $2 that I make per day, just kidding. Levin with the $2 super chat. What's good, everyone? Made it. Levin, thank you for stopping by. Nice to see you, as always. Nice to see you. Appreciate it, man. Thank you so much for the support. Here is my thank you emoji. Thank you so much. Thank you for helping support the channel in an extra giving way. Thank you so much. Okay, let me scroll back up. Vito says, just wonder if the Pixel 5 will have a glass back like we've heard, but doesn't seem like it from the pictures. No, I think it's going to be that recycled aluminum or whatever it is. I don't know, but I think that's what it's going to be. CH Gadget says on September 30th, Google event, Apple event, Microsoft event, and now Xiaomi event. Anything I missed? Wait, is that, well, not just on September 30th, but all of these things coming very soon, very, very soon. Topaz says Team Pixel. Oskin says, how bright is the flashlight on the Pixel 4a? I mean, I use it. It's bright enough. Do you want to see what are we going to do a flashlight comparison? You won't, I mean, it's not even going to like show as well. Hey, iPhone 11 Pro. Why does this looks very purpley? I can turn this brightness up though, right? I don't know. I had to do it in settings. I don't really feel like doing it now. Anyway, it's a flashlight, Oskin. I think it's bright enough. I think you'll be fine unless you're trying to use it in the dark for other things. I don't know what, but Deepak Murthy, hello. Deepak, how's it going, man? Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you as always. Y2019 says, so I saw there's going to be a $50 Google phone in India from the guy from Unbox Therapy. So I think I saw that too, or I saw a thumbnail for that. And I was like, man, a $50 phone? That's pretty super cheap. What kind of specs are on that? Is that the Google Pixel 4B, 4C, D, E, F, G? All right, guys, let's go ahead. Let's get started. Let's talk about this Pixel 5. Let's talk about this green color. So this article from Android Authority says Google Pixel 5 leaks in a minty, fresh green. We're going to talk about this color. We're going to talk about the potential price of this phone, something that I've been talking about for quite a bit now because we haven't been sure what the price is going to be, but it looks like we might have at least some more of a solidified price point, maybe. What else was I going to say? So we knew that the Pixel 5 was going to come in green. Black and green were the two rumored colors. We weren't sure what kind of shade of green, but it looks like we're getting a more subtle green product, whatever you want to call it. And I'm not very surprised at that. I figured it was going to be some kind of muted color because I think Google's really good at, well, not good at, but it's usually the colors they've kind of been putting out. But so that's the first look we get at that green is right here. I do have other photos, so like settle yourselves. Let's get into this article first. So WinFuture shared a photo showing the Pixel 5 in a new green color, which is right here. It's not bright green. It's not neon green, lime green. It's like a minty green. And it's not even as green as this Android Authority colorway here. So leaker Evan Blast followed that up with additional renders of the color variant. The device leaks continue ahead of Google's September 30th Pixel event. This time around, we have a new photo that shows the company's new Nest speaker right here, and then the Chromecast, or the remote for it. Yeah, the Chromecast with Google TV remote. Where's the Chromecast, though? I don't see it here. I just see the remote. Am I wrong? Anyway, Pixel 5, Nest speaker, Chromecast remote with no Chromecast to be found. Shortly afterwards, Evan Blast shared more images of the phone in the new hue. So this is what it looks like. It's a minty kind of green, a very muted green, not dark green. It's not midnight. Actually, it kind of, this is what I was actually afraid of. I was afraid that, and somebody mentioned it yesterday in chat, I was afraid that Google was going to make it this kind of green from last year's iPhone 11 Pro. And if they did that, I was just going to be like, Google, you need to stop copying Apple. But thank God they didn't do that. I do like this green color. If and when the Pixel 5 becomes available for pre-order, I will try to pre-order this color, but I'll also try to order the black color as well and see what comes in first. So personally for me, I do like more of a bright color, but I'll take it. I like it. It's not as bright as this orange. This orange is very bright. It's just unfortunate that the Pixel 4, it wasn't my favorite for 2019. There's not much to say about the color. It's green. Of course, the question we all want answered is what Google will call this marvelous new color, almost mint, mostly sage. I don't really care what they call the color. I'm just glad that I got to see it. So we're gonna kind of just go through the rest of these stories before I get back into chat here. But the green Pixel 5 leaks with a new look at the Chromecast with the Google TV interface. Again, same shit here. Just want to make sure I don't miss anything. And so I'm not going to read the entire article here just to see. So yeah, now has a picture of the rumored Pixel 5 in green compared to the majority of past Google phones opting for a lighter hue, barely blue, not pink Pixel 3, purplish Pixel 3a. This color variant is somewhat darker. I mean, kind of darker. I don't know. It's still a very light hue on it. It contrasts nicely with the black screen bezel up front. The dark green, don't call it dark green. It's not dark green. Encompasses the entire rear case, fingerprint sensor, sides, volume rocker. Oh, that's what I want to point out. That is what I want to point out. So here's the thing. So these are the two colors we're talking about, right? It comes in black, right? And if you noticed here, and I talked about this yesterday, if you look at this black color, you'll notice that it doesn't have a splash of color on the power button or the lock button. It's straight black on black. And I think Google's been really good about using a splash of color on their lock button. For example, on the Pixel 4 with the lighter orange on the lock button, and in its past phones as well. And on my Pixel 4a with this, well, it looks white here, but this is like a very muted green on this black Pixel 4a. This time around though, for at least the Pixel 5, I don't know what the Pixel 4a 5G is going to look like, but maybe what they're doing is they are making the Pixel 5, their premium lineup, have a solid colorway, which I don't know. I wish they didn't do that. So again, here is the black version of it. And then when we look at the green, right, if you look at that power button, I'm assuming this power button is also that same green color, or at least it looks like it from what I'm seeing here. It's not the end of the world. It isn't, but I wanted Google to keep continuing this tradition of changing the color up. I think it's a good idea, and I like that little splash of color, but it is what it is. So I think that's really all I had when it comes to the color for these phones. If you are planning on a Pixel 5, are you thinking about the black? Or are you thinking about green? Black on black or green on green? I do want the green just to give it a little, again, a little change, a little pop in color. You know, you already have a black front, unless you're trying to go for the super stealth look. And then I'm waiting for people to reply and say, well, you're going to put a case on it anyway. So what does it matter? I'm not putting a case on my goddamn phone. I don't put cases on my phones. For people who are new to the channel who want to add that comment when I clip this out, I don't put cases on phones. So I'm going to get whatever color is going to be here. I also don't skin my phones. I don't use D-brand or anything like that. So I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying I like to use the phones as naked as they come, baby. Let's talk about price. Let's talk about price on the Pixel 5. So this tweet here, and I don't know where Evan Blass got this from, but I'm sure people, well, I'm sure EvLeaks, Evan, whatever, he gets his info from a ton of sources. So he wrote here and said, in Canada, the Pixel 5, 128 gigs of internal storage is $800 Canadian. Why does this say translate? Why does this say translate tweet? It's the same shit. Oh, okay. So if we translate it, in Canada, the Pixel 5 128 gigs is $800 Canadian. So there's a reply here that says if that's true, that could mean a $600 US conversion, or it's going to be $600 in the US, hopefully. It says here, either way, it's an excellent price if it pans out to be as good in its class as the 4A. Excellent price? I wouldn't call it an excellent price. I would, like I said yesterday or the other day, it's a fair price. $600, I think, is going to be a fair price for the Pixel 5 if this is the price that it comes out with, because we can go over all these specs again, like I always say, but the Pixel 5, here are the big things that I'm excited about for the Pixel 5, especially at this $600 US price point, is I'm going to get this awesome smaller form factor with a full screen display on the front. It'll have even smaller bezels than the 4A, so more of a full display, 765G chipset, 8 gigs of RAM, so there's going to be an upgrade in the chipset and the RAM, 128 gigs of internal storage. It's going to have apparently a recycled aluminum build material, Gorilla Glass 6 instead of Gorilla Glass 3. That's going to be on the 4A 5G, I believe, and IP68 dust and water resistance, wireless charging. And I think that's it. It's a good amount of upgrades, I think, for $600 over the $500 4A 5G. So let me ask you, if I were to ask you, if we are thinking about the Pixel 4A 5G, yes, I know this is the Pixel 4A, but it's all I got. Imagine we're talking about the Pixel 4A 5G versus the Pixel 5, right? The Pixel 4A 5G is going to be $500. And if the Pixel 5 is going to be just $100 more, do you think for that extra $100, do you think having 8 gigs of RAM over 6 gigs of RAM, Gorilla Glass 6 over Gorilla Glass 3, better build material? That might be subjective, but I'm assuming it's still going to be better build material, IP68 dust and water resistance, and wireless charging, and a 90 hertz refresh rate. Forgot to add that in there. I think all of those extra features not to mention the fact that it's going to be a smaller form factor. I know this isn't everybody's choice for a smaller form factor, but it's going to be a smaller form factor with a much bigger display. Not bigger display, fuller display, less screen to body or more screen to body ratio, right? Oh, and battery, a 4,080 milliamp hour battery over 3885 milliamp hours, which is not like I think the difference will be negligible there, but I think those are a good amount of upgrades, $400 more. I think that's fair. I think it's this. I hate this chair because this chair keeps rolling back, and every time I'm trying to be serious, it just here's the thing. This is and I'm gonna talk about this. I'm gonna talk about this in a bit. But the reason that I sometimes hesitate on the price of this phone, even though I think $600 is great, and even though I think $500 is great for the 4A 5G, great, fair, whatever. You guys know what I'm saying. The thing that's been kind of crossing my head lately, or the thing that's been in my head lately, is the fact that yesterday I found out that this Galaxy S20 Fan Edition is going to be $600. But we're going to talk about that in a second, because it's not only $600, but if you buy this right now, you can get it for $600 at the pre-order price. Plus, I think there's a $70 coupon or rebate or incentive to buy mobile accessories from Samsung's store. So you can get a pair of those jelly bean buds or whatever the hell they are, or whatever else. Or you can buy those things and then resell it and make some money off of that. That will save you on the price of your Galaxy S20 Fan Edition 5G. Not everybody wants that, but we're going to talk about that after I get through chat. So let me say hi to everybody in the chat real quick as I scroll up. Just FYI, if you haven't had a chance, please hit that thumbs up button. If you haven't hit that thumbs up button, hit that thumbs up button. Thank you. Also, I do stream weekdays at 2 p.m. Central. Weekdays meaning Monday through Friday. So if you haven't had a chance, hit that subscribe button. You can hit that bell notification to let you know when I start streaming or post a clip or whatever. But either way, it's a great way to support. So thank you guys. I appreciate it. All right, let me get into chat here. Tito says, I'm so anxious for the Pixel 5 event. It seems like days are getting slow as we approach the event. It's funny because I used to feel that way a lot before these Pixel events. I think lately I've just been so busy that it's like every day it's like, oh, it's already time. Okay, let's go. But Tito, I totally relate. I can understand. I can understand. Oskin says, I asked that because the flash in the Nexus 5X is good. Oh, okay. Well, there you go. Yeah, I don't know how good the flash is. I mean, it's doable. I haven't like tested it, but yeah, like good enough. I see a super chat here, but hold on. Before I get to that, Daniel Brito, Daniel Brito, what is your opinion of the $700 iPhone 12 mini? First question is it going to be $700 or is it going to be $650? The fact that the Pixel 5 is coming in at $600, if it comes in at $600, I think is great, because then it's not going to be a direct competitor. Well, it will be a direct competitor to the iPhone 12 mini, but it's going to have an advantage right off the bat, at least price point wise. But as far as the iPhone 12 mini at $700 or $650 or whatever it's going to be, I think it's going to be a great phone. I think the iPhone 12 mini is still going to be a great phone, but I don't know all the specs offhand yet. It's going to have a kick-ass, badass, something-ass chipset. I think the question here is it going to come with 64 gigs or 128 gigs of internal storage? That might be something that I'll bitch about if it doesn't come with 128. It's going to have an excellent camera. I still think the iPhone 12 mini will probably have a better camera than the Pixel 5, 4A 5G, Pixel 4A. Maybe we'll see when the ultra wide comes out, which is going to have the better ultra wide camera, but we already read that the Pixel 4a 5G and the Pixel 5 is going to have a smaller field of view at 107 degrees versus the current iPhone 11 at 120 degrees. And yeah, it might be a 13-degree difference, but I still think a wider field of view is what people are looking for when they're trying to get a wide angle camera. The fact that Google made a smaller field of view and not evened it out kind of confuses me. But I think, well, I don't know. The iPhone 12 mini is supposed to have a 5.4-inch display. So I don't know what the battery size is going to be on it. I don't know how good that battery is going to be. I think it's going to be a good phone. I just don't know all the specs right now, but that's my opinion on it so far. I think at $700 though, you have a lot of options, and I don't know if this iPhone 12 mini is the right phone to get unless you absolutely need an iPhone. I need more time to think about that. Anyway, Javi Martinez with the $5 super chat. Javi, you're gonna drop $5. You're not even gonna have anything in the chat to say. No, I'm kidding. You have the opportunity to have anything to say in there. But Javi, thank you so much. Thank you for the $5 super chat. There is my thank you emoji in real life there. I appreciate that, man. Thank you. Thank you for being a supporter for this long. It's real humbling to see people who have been watching me since 2016, or is it 2015? I don't know. I've been around for a while. But Javi, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for helping me offset costs. I will make sure to add you into the September super chatters, which I'm about a week and a half or 2 weeks behind, but I'll make sure to do that. Javi, thank you so much. Thank you again. Okay, let me scroll back up. Make sure I am not missing other chats. Tobas says, what about the LG Wing? What about it? Did you see it in my thumbnail? I'll talk about it. We're going to talk about it. Lewis is in here. What's Jerome? I'm Jerome. What's up, Lewis? I am sure you meant to say what's up. Oskin says, the Google logo is reflective, so I think that it might be a glass back. Oh, that's a good point. But these are renders, are they not? These aren't actual, we don't know for sure. But I did notice that too, is the Google logo looked a little bit different on there. Good thing to point out though, Oskin. Thanks for pointing that out. Okay. Pratyush says, everybody asks what's Jerome, but not how's your Pratyush, you're so nice. Yeah. Y'all want to know what's up with me, but not how I am, how I'm feeling. No, Pratyush. Thank you. Hi, by the way. Appreciate you stopping by. All right. Let me scroll down here because I see another super chat from Lewis with a $2. What is with you guys? You guys are super chatting money, which I'm very thankful for, but you guys have nothing to say. Do you guys? No. I appreciate it. Lewis, also, thank you. I wish I could do something else than make this stupid post when I get super chats. But Lewis, thank you so much, man. Thank you for being a supporter. Thank you for being a regular on my streams. It's always nice to see you guys come and stop by, talk some tech with me, provide your feedback, all that kind of stuff, to the point where when we go through one story, it's already 30 something minutes in here. All right, let me get through the rest of the chat. I will not be able to get through all of the chat, so I apologize in advance because we got to get through these other stories, but let's continue on. Deepak says, Fan Edition build is not so premium, but hardware is awesome. That's very true. The Fan Edition is what? Plastic build? A plastic back, I think. Team Barai, as always. I hope it's matte. I think it will be. On the Pixel 5? Oh, yeah. Actually, I don't know now. I'm not sure. Piotr, right? Piotr is in here. What's going on? Looks like a stainless steel button. Oh. Well, it is a render, but that's a good point. I didn't think about that either. Yeah, that does kind of look like a stainless steel button. I guess we'll see when it comes out. Good point. Piotr, welcome to the stream. Nice to see you. Pratyush says, well, if the Fan Edition was glass, it's an S20. Only thing differentiating it is the lower price due to this type of corner cutting. Good point. William Maya says minty green for me. Piotr says green. Okay, see? I feel like we're on board. We're eye to eye. We're looking at that green color for sure. Darkman X2G, what's going on? They're saying the Pixel 5 will be 629. Where'd you see that? Where did you see that? I didn't see 629. At least I haven't yet. So I'll have to take a look. Big House Productions says 600 US. Great price. Bob Jones. Bob, how's it going? Still with the Packer avatar, I see. Thank you, Bob. What's going on, Bob? 800 CAD. Oh, I hope so. I hope so too. Grant is in the house. What's going on, Grant? How you doing, man? It's always nice to see Grant come in and stop by. Hey, hashtag Team Phone Jerome. What's going on, Grant? How you doing, man? Grant also says best hint was from a tweet from Mark Guim, Team Pixel. Remember when all the tech sites thought the Pixel 4a was going to be $399? Then surprise, it's actually $349. But Grant, what is? I know Grant knows something we don't know. God damn it, Grant. I know Grant knows something. Grant, you have the Pixel 5 right now, don't you? $10. Grant has the Pixel 5 in his hands at this moment, and he can't relay any messages. Grant, you got to DM me and let me know what's up with that Pixel 5, bro. Grant, nice to have you, man. Welcome. Pryor says 600 is a good asking price for the Pixel if the camera stacks up with the best. Is it going to stack up with the best though? I mean, I'm assuming it's going to be the same camera as the 4A, as very similar to the Pixel 4. I don't think it's going to be. I could be wrong. Hopefully I'm wrong. Big House says, yep, it's worth the extra 100. I think it is too. Tito says, I will definitely go for the Pixel 5 at $100 more than the 4A 5G. I'm with you. Hackney Man is in the house. Hackney Man, how's it going, man? What's up, stream? What's going on, Hackney? Nice to see you. I'm seriously thinking about the 4A 5G or the 5. Not sure which will have the better battery life. That might be the decider. Will you notice 8 gigs of RAM over 6? I think most people won't notice 8 gigs of RAM over 6, but I think for someone like me, just to know that I have more RAM, I don't know what it is. It's that weird peace of mind that like, yeah, I have the higher end model. That sounds real bougie, first world problem-y, but I think most people will not even notice 8 gigs of RAM over 6 gigs of RAM. I don't think that's going to be worlds apart if you compare the 4A 5G to the 5. Now, when it comes to battery, I think the only difference is the 4A 5G is going to have a bigger display, but the Pixel 5 will have a 90 hertz refresh rate. If that was a concern though, so here's the thing. The 5 will still have a bigger battery by about 200 milliamp hours with less of a display to power. And I'm sure you can turn off the 90 hertz on the Pixel 5. So if you turned off the 90 hertz, I think you would get better battery life off of the Pixel 5. I think. Right? Am I right, guys? I think you would. I think you would still get better battery life off the Pixel 5 if you turned off 90 hertz. Now, I know people are going to say, well, why are you going to turn it off? That's the fee. Well, you have the option to, goddammit. I'm not saying you should turn it off. I'm saying if you want better battery life, you have the option to turn it off. God, it's weird because I'm imagining how people are going to comment. Anytime I have anything to say, there's always whatever. It's fine. That's what I'm here for. Starting some shit. I have not seen you in a minute. How's it going, man? I'm in here for a minute. I just told my girl I don't feel the Pixel 5 for $800 CAD or Canadian is worth that price, especially their lack of color options. Told her just get the new iPhone. Hold on. So, I'm thinking about this because if we compare the Pixel 5 directly to the upcoming iPhone 12 or iPhone 12 mini, I don't know what unless you're talking about just the regular iPhone 12. Because if we're talking about the iPhone 12 mini with a smaller display, it might have a worse battery. The camera, though, I think the iPhone 12 camera is still going to be better than the Pixel 5, unless the Pixel 5 has something up their sleeve. But yeah, it's a good point. I really don't know how to tackle that right now because I don't know much about the iPhone 12. I've been so far removed from reading up on that lately. So, But starting some shit. Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you, man. I thank you for providing that point, that feedback in there. Oskin says, is the Pixel 4a and iPhone 11 Pro the same in size? No. The Pixel 4a, the Pixel 4a is a little smaller, but it's very similar. I think as far as screen size, I think the iPhone 11 Pro is a little bigger. I don't remember, but they're similar in size, but the Pixel 4a is better one-handed for sure. For sure. Starting some shit says the Pixel 5 should have come in not quite pink. Girls like that color. Hold on. Wait a minute. Whether or not girls like, if it came in pink, I would have bought it in pink. For sure, I would have bought it in pink. I like different colors. I would have totally bought it in a pink color if it came in that. Or the purple color on that 3A, I would have done that as well. She thinks the 4A 5G is too big and wants a smaller phone. I almost switched her. Hashtag Google fail. I wouldn't exclude the Pixel 4a 5G or the Pixel 5 just yet. I would wait and see how this phone is going to perform before you decide on a iPhone 12. I mean, we still don't know what the iPhone 12 is going to be coming out as, or at least the iPhone 12 mini or the pricing or anything like that, because the iPhone 12 could be $100 more, $150 more, or something like that. I don't know. Hackney Man says, worth selling my iPhone 11 Pro for the Pixel? Think I'm done with the notch life. That's a tough call, Hackney Man, because it depends on the iPhone 11 Pro still has a lot going for it. It still has great battery life, but the Pixel 5, I'm sure, will give it a run for its money now in terms of battery performance, software support. The Pixel or the iPhone 11 Pro is still up there in terms of that kind of support, in terms of performance. Camera's going to be a toss-up. Some people, I still think the iPhone 11 Pro takes great shots and has an edge on the current Pixel 4. Video quality as well is probably going to be still an edge on the iPhone 11 Pro. Price-wise, though, I mean, price-wise, the Pixel 5 is going to be cheaper, for sure. Definitely, for sure. For $600 versus, I mean, an iPhone 11 Pro is still $1,000 at this point. It depends, man. This is a harder answer for me to give you because it depends on your priority as well. And then there's a whole UI thing. I'm not a fan of iOS, even with the new widgets and everything. I'm still more of an Android guy. I think I always will be. I don't know if that's ever going to change. So that depends as well. Amin says, hey, Jerome. Amin, what's going on, man? Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you as always. Ernie Manning is in here as well. What's up, everyone? One great thing about these prices is that they are good for us as consumers. Bring on the competition. Bring on the Pocos. Minus the ads. Great point. But yes, I couldn't have said that better, Ernie. I mean, it's something I talk about all the time. We want all of these phones to come in. We want all of these 400, 350, 500, those prices, because the more those come in, the better the competition. And then we don't have to see or worry about $1,500 phones, $2,000 phones, $4,000 phones. It's just not something that I want to deal with. I don't have the money for it anyway. Piotr says stainless steel logo and button. Oh, I didn't think about that too. Yeah, like Oskin was saying, as far as the logo, the reflective logo, maybe, I mean, this is a render, right? So this isn't really what this is going to look like, but yeah, maybe this is stainless steel and maybe this is stainless steel as well, which would be cool. I wouldn't mind that. That would be cool to see. So Amin says, this minty green kind of looks bluish to me, kind of like the ice color on the Nexus. Oh, I forgot about that ice color. Oh, I totally forgot about the ice color on the Nexus 5X. Actually, let me pull that color up. I totally forgot about that. Good point. Good point. Yeah, look at, okay. So where am I at here? Okay. Look at this Pixel 5 render. And then look at this Nexus right here. It's very similar. I can hear my voice. Sorry. Has audio been playing twice? Hopefully not. No, I put it on mute anyway. So yeah, look at that. The color, I'm trying to point like you can see my finger, but you can see that color is very similar. Good eye. Amin. Appreciate you leaving that feedback there. I didn't even think about that. Tito says the G logo being reflective could also be a smooth metal material to differentiate from the rest of the body. Yeah, that's making a lot of sense now. I can see that being a thing for sure. Starting says there is no spoon / glass back. What do you mean by spoon? What am I missing here? Why do I always feel like I'm a step or 2 or 8 behind? Deepak says Hackney, the 11 Pro is one of the best smartphones in the world, but it's 1 year old. Pixel 5 will be a much fresher device. Very true. If I were you, I would wait for the iPhone 12 and then decide. I think Deepak and we feel very similarly about things. I would agree with that as well. Why not wait? We got what, less than a month. We got like 2 or 3 weeks before Apple reveals their iPhone 12, which is probably going to drop the price of the iPhone 11 Pro anyway. Yeah, I mean, why not wait and see? So Williams says 629 was based on older leaks from Europe. The $800 CAD leak is newer, I believe. Let's hope. Let us hope. All of you right now, pray with me. Let's just hope $600 US is the price of the Pixel 5. I'm looking forward to that. Starting says, I've been saying from day one, the Pixel 4a 5G is the magical unicorn of the lineup. I think though at $600, hopefully at $600, the Pixel 5 I think will be worth it. Hopefully. We're going to talk about this in a second because I have something to say about that. Anyway, where am I at here? Javon says complaining about 90 hertz draining the battery life is like complaining about your electric bill being high when you don't turn off your lights. I like that. Javon, what's going on, man? Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you. Starting says people in the US forget that Canadians have to pay the 15% federal slap tax on everything. Always factor that into pricing. I'm sorry that you have to deal with that. That's unfortunate for sure. Brian with the $1 super chat. Hi, Brian. Everybody say hi to Brian. Brian's working right now. It's a Thursday. He's at work. He's just stopping by to show some support with the $1 super chat. Brian, thank you as always. For anyone that doesn't know Brian has been like super chatting 99.9% of all my live streams. Like sometimes he's busy, but he'll come in and drop some super chat love because he's a huge supporter. So Brian, thank you as always. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you for the super chats today. I do appreciate it. Jonathan Allende, am I saying that right, Jonathan? Let me know. iPhone will come with a bigger sensor on the camera and will come with that beast of a processor. The only problem with that mini will be the battery. So that was the thing that I was thinking about. Jonathan he's pretty much thinking the way I'm thinking. I think the iPhone 12 is going to be, obviously, we all know it's going to have a great processor, and we know that the camera will be at least a step above the iPhone 11 Pro or iPhone 11, which is already good. I'm pretty sure that the ultra-wide camera on the iPhone 12 will be better than what we have right now on the iPhone 11 and iPhone 11 Pro. The Pixel 5 is going to have to compete, and I don't know if the Pixel 5, if the camera is going to be a step above the Pixel 4 or the 4A or the 4A 5G. I think it's going to be pretty similar, which is going to give another nod to the iPhone, at least in terms of its camera. So yeah, Jonathan, I agree. I think the only thing to think about there is the battery on that iPhone 12 mini for sure. William says, would have loved a black power button on the green version. Oh my God. I would have loved that too. I think that would have looked badass for sure. Like a green and black colorway. I miss that colorway. You know what colorway I miss? I miss the panda colorway. Like on the Nexus 6P, the black and white. Badass. I like that colorway a lot. Starting some shit says black buttons matter. John's Life. What's going on, John's Life? Samsung S20, S20 Plus, S20 Ultra, which is my old phone, now Fan Edition S20. Whoever paid for the S20 for $1,000 got robbed. The Fan Edition S20 and S20 are almost the same, but the Fan Edition is better. Good point. We're going to talk about that in a bit, John's Life. Welcome to the stream, by the way. As always, welcome, welcome. Nice to see you here again. Jason Clark, what's going on, Jason? Glass back for fast wireless charging, although the plastic body does allow that induction charging. Thank you for pointing that out, Jason. Jason, nice to see you. Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you in here. It better be $600. Would be silly to buy yourself a OnePlus 8. Yeah, well, we're going to talk about this in a second, guys. Let me just get through the rest of this chat. Vito Viziato says, I really wonder if the Pixel 5 will have visual core and neural core. I think it will. I don't quote me on it, but I would imagine that they would at least add that in there. Jason says, wait, no, I read that already. Sorry. Starting says there is no, oh, that's right. Is a Matrix right? No, you're not that. I watched the Matrix. I have so here's the thing. I have an awful memory. I have trouble remembering anything in the last 6 hours, which is why I always forget which phones are what phones and what has this and what has that. But no, you're not. No, you're good. D-Box says the S20 Fan Edition is the Samsung I like. Good price, excellent specs. Very true. Tectonic, we are here. Tectonic, how's it going, man? Welcome, welcome. Jason says Samsung did kill them with the S20 FE pricing. Yep. Again, 1 second. Let me just get to the rest of this, and then we're going to get right into that next story. So Oddweight says 90 hertz is not as cool as people hype it up to be. 60 hertz is just fine. Most laptops still use it for a reason. Hi, Oddweight, by the way. Yeah, on my Pixel 4, even though I had 90 hertz on my Pixel 4, or had it, I still have it. I didn't notice much of a difference unless I was scrolling through the app drawer. That was the only time I noticed, oh, this looks pretty silky. Otherwise, I didn't notice it as much anywhere else. Oskin says Canadians pay only 15% tax, but we here in India pay 30 to 35% tax for Pixel devices. That's crazy. That's wow. That's crazy. Piotr says, what's the real advantage of Pixel Visual Core? As far as I know, the 4A does not have it. No, it doesn't. I don't think it does. Does it make much of a difference? So here's the thing, Piotr, at least from my testing, I haven't noticed much of a difference either. There might be a little bit of a difference. I haven't done a camera comparison to test that in a long time, but I really don't know if the difference is that big. If it's any consolation to you, I wouldn't worry too much about it. I really wouldn't. It might enhance it a little bit, but from what I remember, it's not that big of a difference. I suppose processing is done by the CPU in both cases, isn't it? I don't know the science behind it. I'm not exactly sure, but yeah. So just FYI. All right, guys, let me get back. I see someone from Twitch. It's Fear the Roof 42. Hey there, Jerome, getting blocked on YouTube might be my use of the F word. Why? What? No, there's no way. Nobody should be blocking you, Fear the Roo. But welcome. Nice to see you on Twitch. Hi. Hello there. Nice to see you using the other platform. Guys, I need to move on. I need to move on really quick. So, all right, let me get through this last thing here. William says, man, the frame rate. I just got a super chat. Ruben, hi, Ruben. Let me get to that super chat in a second. William says, frame rate is turning out to be really subjective. After using 90 hertz and 120 hertz phones, 60 hertz looks so choppy to me. Would be buying the Pixel 4a 5G over the 5 if it was 90 hertz. Thank you for pointing that out. I think a lot of people feel a certain way about it. Personally, for me, using 90 hertz on my Pixel 4, yes, I notice the smoothness when I use the app drawer, but that's about it. I haven't really noticed it anywhere else. I need to use something with 120 hertz to really see the difference. I think to really give me an idea of what 120 feels like over 60. So thank you for providing that though. See, this is why I love talking in chat and seeing people's feedback on things, because most people, we all feel differently about things. And I think it's important to bring that out. Ruben, with the $7 super chat. Ruben, thank you. Thank you, Ruben. Thank you, as always, for supporting. Ruben says, what's up, Jerome stream? Still listening and at work and catching the replay. Hoping Jerome doesn't let the negative comments stress you, son. No. You know what? I get comments like this all the time. People have People have sent me DMs where they'll send death threats because I feel a certain way about a phone. It's not a I'm used to it. Ruben, thank you for the super chat. As always, thank you so much for the support. I do appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. Guys, we need to move on. I want to talk about, well, before I get into the S20 Fan Edition, I will point out to anybody who's looking for a deal on a phone. This article from Android Police is saying you can pick up a Pixel 4 XL with 128 gigs of storage for just $650 from Amazon. So right now, you can get a Pixel 4 XL for $650. Is that a phone you would buy over the Pixel 5 today? Would you buy a brand new Pixel 4 XL with 128 gigs of internal storage for $650? I don't think it's a bad deal. The Pixel 4 XL will give you a bigger battery, a bigger display. You're going to get a better processor than the Pixel 5. You won't have a rear fingerprint reader for people who want face unlock. You'll also get a 90 hertz refresh rate. So it's not a bad deal. Would I buy a Pixel 4 XL for $650? Personally, for me, I wouldn't, just because I'm kind of looking forward to the Pixel 5. I want a better screen to body ratio on my display. For me, I prefer a rear fingerprint reader over the face unlock that's on the current Pixel 4, Pixel 4 XL. Yes, I would love a better processor, but I am not that much of a heavy user that I would switch to the Pixel 4 XL over the Pixel 5. But that's just me. So I don't know where you can get this. I haven't looked yet. Where is it saying you can get it? So yeah, 855 processor, 6 gigs of RAM, 90 hertz refresh rate. Oh, you can get on Amazon for $650. The battery life on the 4 XL isn't amazing, but the 3700 milliamp hour cell should be enough to make it through a normal day. Remember, the Pixel 5 is going to have a 4080 milliamp hour battery over this 3700 here. So it is a brand new unlocked Google phone for $650. So you can get on Amazon. Let's just double check and make sure. Yeah, $650 right now for a 128 gig Google Pixel 4 XL. So not a bad deal. Again, not something I would buy, but for someone that wants a faster chipset, that doesn't want a rear fingerprint reader, that wants stock Android, the 4 XL could be your phone. Could be your phone. Okay. So where do I want to go with this? How did I want to do this? I don't even have the story anymore. Doesn't matter, because we're here talking about comparing phones, and the one phone, where did it go? Did I not? God damn it. Sorry, guys. Give me 1 second here. I need to pull this story up because there's something I need to point out. If I can find it. Give me 1 second. Talk amongst yourselves. You have other things to talk about. Where? I don't have the article. God damn it. All right. Let me look for it real quick. Sorry, guys. So what I want to talk about is the Galaxy S20 Fan Edition. And I'm still trying to find the deal on it. Maybe it's on Samsung's website. Okay, let me find it here. It doesn't matter. I'll just talk about it. We'll just talk about it. Okay. So we've spent a good amount of time talking about the $600 Pixel 5. If $600 is the price point that it's going to be coming in, I'll be very happy. For people that don't want to spend $600, you have the option of getting the 4A 5G, which is basically a very similar version of the Pixel 5 for $500. So you get to save money that way. With that being said, we've been talking about the potential for a $600 Pixel 5, but how would you feel when you can spend $600 and instead get a Samsung Galaxy S20 Fan Edition. I bring this up because this is a hell of a deal. This is definitely a hell of a deal. $600 for this Galaxy S20 Fan Edition. And you can get this either from Amazon, B&H for also $600, or from Best Buy, also for $600. It says $550, but you have to activate it at Best Buy. And I don't know how any of that shit works because I just swap my SIM and then I'm good. I don't need to activate anything. But for $600, one of the big differences here is over the Pixel 5 is you get a Snapdragon 865 instead of a Snapdragon 765G. So you will get a much, much better chipset processor. I think in terms of the other internals, just so I don't miss out here, you get a 4,500 milliamp hour battery and you'll get a much bigger display. So for people who want a bigger display, for people who want, I believe this has an in-display fingerprint reader, you can get that as well. Same price point. Get also a little more versatility when it comes to the camera because I believe it has an ultra wide, but it also has a telephoto lens, and I don't know if it has a macro lens. But either way, a little more versatility there. Does it mean that this S20 Fan Edition is going to have a better camera than the Pixel 5? Probably not, but I think the cameras will be at least doable on there. So you do, again, like I said, you do get a bigger display, you do get a bigger battery, and I believe, I wish the specs were on here. Maybe they are. I believe you get faster wired charging as well. So you'll see here, it also has, it's not saying it here, but I'm pretty sure it has a micro SD slot for external storage or expandable storage. But you have to order this before the pre-orders are done. So it says here the item's going to be released on October 2nd. So you'd have to order it before October 2nd. I don't think I'm missing anything. Oh, and the fact that it has a 120 hertz refresh rate. So those are some things to consider. You get a bigger screen, a bigger camera. God damn it. A bigger screen, a higher refresh rate, a bigger battery, a much faster processor, a Snap 865 over a Snap 765, micro SD slot for expandable storage. It's tough. So I was talking to Will yesterday. Will is usually here once in a while, but he's been busy with school and work and everything. But Will and I were talking about this S20 Fan Edition, and we were talking about the Pixel 5. We were talking about both of those phones. And Will is like me. He's very stock Android guy. And we were talking about how great the specs on the Samsung were. But there's just something, at least for me, for other people, for Pixel fans, there's just something about stock Android that can't be beat. I think about this Samsung Galaxy S20 and I'm like, man, these hardware specs are so good on it, but I want none of its UI. I want nothing to do with it. Not only the UI, I want nothing to do with their emoji. I hate the emoji on Samsung phones. I don't know why. I want what Google has in terms of stock Android. I don't want to use whatever Samsung's making for their emoji. I know that sounds like such a very small thing to nitpick about, but every time when I had the A71 and I started using it and I pulled up the emoji, I'm like, God damn it. Like, I don't know. It like rubbed me the wrong way. It's weird because it just goes to show that even though both of these phones are both $600, and in fact, this Galaxy S20 Fan Edition, I think there are discounts on top of that can bring it down to like around $550, $530 or whatever. the experience, the UI experience, the software support, the update for Android still has me going towards the Pixel. The way I feel about it isn't the way everyone else feels about it. And I totally get that, and I totally respect that. People could be watching this and they might be thinking to themselves, you're crazy for letting emoji bother you that way, or Samsung's UI to bother you that way. But it does. I don't like that setup. It's just not for me. But this is also why competition is good. It is a little nerve-wracking for me to think that I'm paying $600 for a Snap 765G with a lower display refresh rate over something like the Galaxy S20 Fan Edition. I think that's how much I enjoy the stock experience of Android, the software updates of Android, or at least stock Android. I think that's all I really have to say about it. I don't have much more to add when it comes to that. I don't know how you guys feel about it. I don't know if you guys feel similarly, or I guess another good question is for $600. Yeah, let me ask you that. If you had to own one phone tomorrow, and I gave you $600 and the only options you had to buy for a phone was the Pixel 5 for $600 or the Galaxy S20 Fan Edition for $600, which phone would you buy? Simple question. You would have to own that phone for the next 3 years. Well, yeah, you know what? I guess even in that respect, I can't even talk about software support or updates because Samsung is now offering 3 years of updates for their phones. So the software support is going to be the same, exactly the same. Yes, Android 12, 13, 14 will probably get the update quicker, but you can expect it sooner or later with a Samsung. I think that's all I have to say. That's just thought I would bring that out because it's one of those things that I've been thinking about lately where it's like, damn, the hardware is actually on paper, the hardware is better on the Samsung Galaxy S20 Fan Edition. Maybe not the plastic build or whatever, but for the most part, the other specs are pretty high end. And in a lot of cases, better than what this Pixel 5 is going to be coming out with. But for me, I still want stock Android. And even at that same price point, I think I would still, I know I would go for the Pixel 5 over the Fan Edition. But at least the options are out there. And it's not just these two phones. There's so many other phones that we can buy. We can get a year-old phone for even cheaper than $600. You also have the option of spending a Pixel 4a 5G, which is almost exactly the same as the 5 for $500 instead. So the options are there. All right, let me get into chat here. I know I talked a lot. I had a lot of thoughts about it. And I thought about this today and I'm like, yeah, I'll bring this up. I'm just going to go off the cuff and, give my opinion on it. But yeah. So, okay, let me scroll up here. Let me make sure I didn't miss anyone. Yeah, Jovan says most games don't even support the 90 hertz and 120 hertz refresh rates right now. That's a good point too. Fear the Roof says all my posts have been deleted from today's stream. I know I suck, but no, Fear the Roof, no one's deleting you. Get out of here. Fear the Roof, I think no. Mods, you're not deleting Fear the Roof stuff, are you? I don't think there's any. Anyway. No, you're good. All right, let me continue. Starting says, bye, Jerome, and everyone in the chat. Take care and stay safe. Starting, thanks for stopping by, man. You're probably gone already, but thank you. Thank you for stopping by. So Jason says, for real, just for expressing your thoughts, send me some threats. Jay, I got your back. Thanks, Jason. I appreciate it, man. William says, have any third-party apps incorporated Google's Face Unlock? If they haven't yet, it'll never happen. Hated inputting my whole password in banking apps and not being able to use the fingerprint. So this has been a concern for me for a long time. That's the reason that I got so upset with the Pixel 5 with Face Unlock, because it took 9 months. It took 9 months to get Face Unlock to work with my Chase app. and then I used Capital One, and that still hasn't been updated. Although I haven't tested it in a while because I haven't used my Pixel 4 in forever, because the 4A has been the only phone I've been using as my daily for a long time. But William, I'm with you right on that. Ted is in here. Ted, what's going on? Not a bad deal on that Pixel phone. I do miss telephoto sensors. Yeah, let's not forget the fact that Pixel has completely taken away the telephoto lens for the upcoming Pixel 4a 5G and the Pixel 5. Have they made workarounds with whatever super res zoom or hybrid or however that works? I don't know. I don't know how much better it's going to be, but rest assured, I will make a camera comparison, even though I'm very behind on that, to see how good the cameras are going to be on the 4a 5G and the 5. Oddweight says, is Apple support really bad across the world? I don't know. So where are my AirPods? I don't know. My AirPods are somewhere. My AirPod Pros, they went dead on me almost at the same time. Both of them went bad on me, and they were able to update me. They gave me a new set. I mean, they were refurbished, but they gave me a new set right away, and it was hassle-free. It was really easy. So I don't know, Oddweight. I'm not sure. Gaming Law, what's going on, man? Videography is going to be amazing. 1080p, 240 frames a second, 4K, 60 frames a second. On the Pixel 5? Let's hope so. I hope. Gaming Law, by the way, welcome to the stream. Yes, I absolutely hope that videography is going to be amazing. Is it going to be better than the iPhone 12? I don't know. We're going to have to test video stabilization. We're going to have to test the audio, and then we're just going to have to test the quality, overall video quality during the day, especially at night, especially during low light, and compare it to the Pixel or to the iPhone 12. Because I've done tests with the Pixel 4 and the iPhone 11 Pro, and my iPhone 11 Pro has been edging out the Pixel 4 in terms of video. I was going to say videography, video. Brian says, hey, everyone. Thanks. Trying to jump on the stream without getting in trouble at work. Don't get in trouble, Brian. Thank you for stopping by as always, man. Ted says, but the Pixel phones don't do 24 frames a second unless they want me to buy the Filmic Pro app, which if I'm using Filmic Pro, maybe I just use my iPhone. That's a good point as well. That's a good point. Lately, I've just been switching to 30. I used to do everything at 24. And then I don't know, I noticed every time I filmed at 24 and then I tried to put something on Instagram, the audio would desync. And I think it's because of the whole 20, but yeah, no, you make a good point, Ted, for sure. Piotr says, I thought I could get it instead of the Pixel 5, but I'm not sure I'll cope with the mediocre camera and Samsung software. Been on Google's wagon way too long. So I think a lot of people who stay here, I think we're all a bunch of Pixel fans, and I think we're just trying to convince ourselves that the Pixel 5 or the 4a 5G is the phone to get, to keep. And speaking of Pixel fans, Jeff the Killer, what's going on, man? I'm excited for the Pixel 5. I'm excited for it as well. I'm excited for both the 4a 5G and the 5. Definitely, for sure. JVidya, what's going on, man? S20 Fan Edition has UFS 3.1. Thank you for pointing that out. I don't even know if the Pixel 5 or the 4a 5G is going to have UFS 3.1. Thank you for pointing that out. I didn't even consider to think about that. But JVidya, welcome to the stream. Nice to see you. Welcome. Oskin says, why does Google not provide the SD card slot? I don't know. They used to, right? Did my old Galaxy Nexus have it? Yeah, I think it did. But yeah, no, they've gotten rid of it for a long time. Who knows? I'm assuming it's money. So then you just buy the higher storage option or whatever. I don't know. So Sean Anderson, OnePlus 8T or the S20 Fan Edition. Sean, I talked about this yesterday. Where were you yesterday? Why didn't you watch my stream yesterday? Sean, what's going on, man? I don't think I've seen you in here before. I don't know too much about the AT yet. So the AT is going to have the same chipset. The AT will probably have more RAM, though. It's going to have 8 gigs over 6 gigs. You'll also have the option to get 12 gigs of RAM and 256 gigs of internal storage, I believe. The AT and the Fan Edition, in terms of camera, I don't know which is going to be better. I'm thinking the S20 is probably going to have a better camera than the AT. I could be wrong. But if anything, maybe the cameras will be comparable. Battery, yes. In terms of charging, the AT is going to be obviously a lot faster with 65-watt wired charging. But I don't know if the AT is going to be IP68 dust and water resistant. I don't know if the AT is going to have wireless charging. So those are pluses for the Fan Edition. Typically I would say, in my own personal opinion, I would have gone for the OnePlus, but now I'm a little worried with with Oxygen OS 11. That's apparently supposedly similar to One UI. So I don't know if I would be happy with the software experience on either of those phones. I think if we figure out if the AT is going to come with IP68 dust and water resistance and wireless charging and price at $700, I think that would be the better buy over the S20 Fan Edition. But I don't know enough about the AT just yet to really say which one is better, I think. So, okay, let me scroll down here. Deepak says Samsung is throwing everything inside. Google is optimizing the best possible way a no-frills phone. That's a good way to put it too. Piotr says when Google released the dated Pixel 2, I've tried the S8, didn't make a whole day, sent it back and got the Pixel 2. I don't blame you, man. I don't blame you. Okay. Jeff the Killer says, I hope the Pixel 5 comes in at $650 or less. It would be a fair price in my opinion. Yeah, Jeff the Killer, earlier on the stream today, at least we've read a couple rumors that it might be pricing in at $599, at $600. So that's our hope as well, that we're going to get a really good price out of it. Hopefully. Okay. Ted says this Fan Edition is looking real nice. I was thinking to buy the Sony Xperia 5 Mark II, but these $700 phones, I'm assuming, are looking nice and sensible. Yeah. For sure. So there we go. Javon says I'd buy the Galaxy S20 Fan Edition, no doubt. Ted says I would pick Samsung because they do hardware better in terms of manufacturing. Once Pixels come out, there's a class action lawsuit for the screw ups. So you guys are not wrong. Yesterday I said this, and something that I said this yesterday. How does Samsung have 8 million different kinds of phones? Samsung has 8 million different kinds of levels of what you can buy for phones. And it feels like there is a phone for everybody when it comes to Samsung. But they don't have a Samsung phone that has great Samsung hardware and stock Android. They're never going to do that. But that is like that to me, that sounds like a dream I would be waiting for. Like in the past, the Google Play edition of a Samsung phone. That's what I would love to see. Give me a Note 20 Ultra. Give me Note 20 Ultra hardware with stock Android. I would love to have that happen, but it's not going to happen. Yeah, no, Ted, you make a good point. You definitely make a good point there. Jonathan says the important thing about Google is they're listening now to what people want. They put the wide angle and increase the milliamp hours, so it'll be a good phone. That's a good start. It is. It's a good start. It's a good start. I wish they would have had a wider angle. I wish they would have at least put the same field of view as the iPhone 11 Pro 11, because who knows how wide, or if it's going to even be wider for the iPhone 12, but I would have rather seen 120 degree field of view for the Pixel 4a 5G and 5 instead of the 107 to at least be on par with Apple. I wish they didn't get rid of the telephoto, but yes, you're right. At least they added some sort of wide angle, and at least we're going to get a bigger battery, which I'm super happy about. Definitely happy about. Bob says Pixel 5 definitely can't stand One UI. It's 2020 and still no vertical app. Oh my God. Yeah. Don't even get me started. That the fact that I don't have a vertical app drawer on when I used a Samsung phone drove me nuts. Again, this is just because my bias is there. I just want stock Android. That's really what it comes down to. Wyatt Wolford, hello. Wyatt, what's going on, man? Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you. Fear the Roo 42 says, would take the Pixel 5 all day, every day, stock Android, but more importantly, need the camera for my 2-year-old. Camera is most important to me. There you go. Appreciate you guys providing this feedback. Ted says easy fix would be with Nova Launcher, then you have a more stock-like UI on the launcher. Also very true, but I still wouldn't have pure stock Android. Yeah, I know. I say the same thing all the time. JVideo says Pixel 5 has no audio jack, ruins the day. So does that mean you're going to get the 4A 5G instead with the headphone jack? I would assume if that's on your higher priority list. But yeah, I totally get it too. Like, just bummed that you don't have it at the end of the day. So Ernie says, yeah, I agree. Pixel 5 simply because even after the software updates are over, you're more likely to get a better ROM for the Pixel years after the official release. For sure. Zane Beg. Zane, what's going on, man? Welcome to the stream. Sorry I'm late. What's up, everyone? Don't worry, man. You're good. Jason also says, Jerome, you just hit that point. For the chipset, the Pixel phone, just not in that right pricing, expandable memory. That right there trumps the Pixel. There you go. William says, been using One UI with the S20 Plus. It's honestly better than I thought it would be, but missed call screening, background song recognition, Google's voicemail, and the stock look. Had to de-Bixby my phone. Didn't they get rid of Bixby? It's been a while. I thought they did. Maybe they didn't. Is Bixby still a thing? Well, you said S20, so yeah. Do they? Oh, they got rid of the Bixby button. That's what they got rid of. But they still have Bixby in general. Matthew Williams, been a minute since you've been in here, man. Nice to see you. Refresh rate for 90 hertz and even 120 is a common thing on cheap Chinese phones now. So if that's important to anyone, get one of those. That's a good point. I like that. That's a good way to put it. Matthew also says, but I don't really like the software on most Chinese phones, so that puts me off. That's also a very good point. Ernie says, not just about being a Pixel fan. I went from Nexus 6 to the iPhone and then to an LG G7 currently. I miss the simplicity of the software with Google. Yeah, man. I'm just stock Android through and through. Oskin says, what's your power in your eye? Short sight. Oh, I can't see far. What is it? I'm nearsighted. Yeah, I'm nearsighted. I can't see far. I also have some weird eye condition, but I'm not going to get into that right now. Jason says, Google just needs to understand that the 4A pricing is so good at $349. The 4A XL should have been $449. Ooh, I could see that 4A 5G being $449. Then the Pixel, but well, yeah, no, I could see that. Or even $479, something like that. Then the Pixel 5 should have been $549. Well, these are pipe dreams at the moment. I need to work for the marketing team. I think a lot of us need to work for the marketing team. Tana says, okay, I'm back. Oh, I'm back on break. What's going on, Tana? Nice to see you again. The S20 Fan Edition is legit. The phone Samsung should have released first, actually. I can't argue with that. Again, this Samsung S20 Fan Edition has great specs, great hardware, looks good on paper, and is coming in at a really, really super legit price. For sure. So Ruben says, Jerome, speaking of Google and storage, I remember you mentioning Google One at a decent price. Do you recommend it? So I have Google One. I pay $20 a year for 100 gigs of cloud storage. I don't think it's a bad deal. I think there are better deals to be found, though, if you look at like Dropbox or OneDrive. But I will say, when you use Google Drive and you're able, the way it organizes your photos, I don't think there's any service that beats that right now. Like, even being able to search for photos without having to do anything, I love that. I love that feature for Google One, Google Drive, Google Photos, or whatever. I don't think it's a bad deal for $20 for the year, but I do think there are better deals to be found. But what is $20 in a year for every month? It's less than $2 a month. I was even thinking about getting 200 gigs of space, but I'm just going to delete stuff that I don't need. I think I have a lot of garbage sitting in my Google Photos that I need to get rid of. So, okay. Yeah, Brian says the S20 Fan Edition was on Amazon for $5.99. It still is. Fear the Roof 42 says I would pick the Pixel. stock Android, but more importantly, with a 2-year-old, camera is my number one priority. Oh, yeah, you just said that. Oh, you're back on YouTube. Hi, Fear the Roo 42. So Brian says Google might have to drop the price on the Pixel 5 to compete with that. Yeah, and that's why I talked about it just now. That's why we had like a long conversation about it, because it's, yeah, both of these phones are the same price, at least right now. So it's whether or not you want better hardware or subjectively better software or a better experience there. So TK Munz, how's it going, man? I don't think I've seen you in here before. Hell yeah. No device with stock Android is my dream. I would love that. I would love to have something like that. I don't think I'll ever get that, but maybe one of these days. TK Munz, welcome to the stream. Also, Wayne, welcome to the stream. Give me a Samsung that's not the size of a flat screen TV. Fair enough. Fair enough. For people who are here pretty regularly, you guys know that I prefer a smaller form factor, which is why I love this Pixel 4a. I would love if Samsung did make a smaller form factor for one of their phones with stock Android. But yes, Wayne, I agree. Wayne, welcome. Thank you for being part of the stream. Thank you for being a new subscriber. By the way, for people who haven't subscribed or hit the subscribe button, please do so, and the thumbs up. I completely mixed up what I was trying to say there. But anyway, William says, man, remember the Google Play Edition Galaxy phones? Yeah, I totally do. That's why I was bringing that up for sure. Javon says, I'm glad OnePlus decided to walk away from using stock Android, to be honest. Moto, Nokia, Blue, and Pixel are still stock. People have choices. I mean, you can't argue with that. OnePlus wants to differentiate itself from stock Android. OnePlus wants to make sure that people know you own a OnePlus phone. I think that's really what it comes down to. I don't think it's more about one-handed this and that and whatever OnePlus is saying. I think OnePlus wants people to know that this is a OnePlus phone that you're using. It's different than a Pixel phone. This is why it separates. This is why we separate ourselves from Pixels, Galaxies, whatever. We're OnePlus. This is what we do. I get it. I get it. I'm just very strongly positioning my bias when it comes to a lot of this stuff. So, okay. TK Munn says Samsung quick toggles in the notification shade is a damn hot mess. Let me pick how many things I want. Damn it. I don't even remember what that's like anymore. I'm sure it is a mess. Jay Video says, yeah, the 4A 5G has the audio jack, but lacks symmetric bezels. See, we can't have everything. I'm OCD as the bezels being different. Yeah, no, what do you think about different bezels? No, I'm the same way. That's why my Pixel 4a, the asymmetric bezels drove me nuts on it. It drove me nuts on it. That's why I love the Pixel 4a. Did I say Pixel 4a? The Pixel 4 had asymmetric bezels. The Pixel 4a has much smaller bezels, much more symmetric than what the Pixel 4 offered. Definitely, for sure. For sure. So Zane says, what are the prices that are rumored for the Pixel 5? $599 US. Maybe $649, but hopefully $599. I think that's what we're hoping for. Okay, guys, there's a lot in chat. I have to talk about, how many more stories did I have to talk about? One more, two more. We're going to do that real quick. Let me just go down to chat. Oh, Oskin says, same here, Jerome. That's called myopia. No, I have something else. I have something called keratoconus. Astigmatism, straight vertical. Yeah, no, I have something called keratoconus, but I've heard of myopia. But yes, keratoconus is very similar to like a very strong version of astigmatism. I would love to go to the doctor and get that fixed, but I don't have health insurance, so yes. Jennifer Cho is in here. Jennifer Cho, how's it going? A Pixel 4a XL would have been perfect for me with the bigger battery and size, even if it didn't have 5G. Too bad that was canned. Fair enough. I was thinking for a second you were talking about the Pixel 4 XL, but yes, no, I hear you. So what are you going to get, Jennifer? I know you've chimed in quite a bit when it comes to the Pixel phones, but where are you leaning towards at this moment? Sean is in here. What up, Jerome in chat? I guess I'm chilling with the replay crew. Well, you have some time since you're here right now. So Sean, what's going on, man? Nice to see you. Sorry guys, I'm not gonna get through everything. I'm just gonna like say hi to the people I haven't said hi to because I still have a lot. Harsh Mystery says had to come by and hit the like. Thank you, Harsh Mystery. Nice to have you in here. Sorry I've been missing your streams. No need to apologize. Thank you for making up. Thank you for stopping by, saying hi, just being in here. I do appreciate it. Okay. Scrolling down. John says, what earbuds you rock? Pixel AirPods Pros. And I also own a pair of $10 Panasonic earbuds that I highly recommend to people. I use them all the time. I use them when I edit video as well, but they're super cheap and they're great. They're great to use. So Tana says, I knew Phone Jerome was going to love the 4A. I do. More so than I thought. I really didn't think I was going to like the 4A as much as I do, but it's right now, it is my favorite phone for 2020. Which is a crazy thing to say because it's not a premium phone, but I think it's the best bang for the buck you can buy right now. Javon says, the large size of the Poco X3 is the only thing that kept me from buying it, and I don't like 200 plus gram phones. Fair enough. I'm not a big fan of like huge phones either, but I do like heavy phones, even if it's a smaller form factor. But that's me. Sergio Corretto. Sergio, what's going on, man? What's up? How you doing, man? Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you. Zane says, got some news that just dropped in Canada. Yes, we talked about this, Zane. We talked about it earlier. So like you'll have to watch Replay Crew earlier just to go through that. Jay Vidya says, new subscriber here. Good job. Thank you, Jay Vidya. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Okay, guys. I know. Chat, I love that you guys are chatting, and I wish I could just go through chat the entire day, but we're already an hour and a half. We're at OT time at this point. Before I move on to the next story, they're going to be 2 quick stories because it's just I'm running out of energy here. But really quick, if you guys are in chat, and if you've noticed people with green in their name, a red Chicago star next to their name, that's because they are part of the Phone Jerome fam, and you could be one too for as little as 99 cents a month. All you got to do is click that blue join button. You'll get the red Chicago star next to your name. You'll get to use custom emoji. You'll also get your name in every single one of the intros and outros of my live streams. You'll also get access to my private Discord where we talk about tech and other random things. Again, you could do so for as little as 99 cents a month. Again, clicking that blue join button. If you can't find that blue join button, you can go to youtube.com/PhoneJerome/phone/join. That is the only marketing thing you're going to get for the rest of this stream. So yes, that's it. Otherwise, guys, I know that times are tough. I know that people can't do that. And if you can't, totally understand, which is why I always say hit the thumbs up or hit the subscribe button. I do stream weekdays at 2 p.m. Central. It is a way to support, and it's free. So if you get a chance, please go ahead and do that. Oh, man, I'm out of breath. I've been talking for an hour and a half straight. Okay, moving on. 2 more stories, guys. Okay, so we talked about this yesterday. We're going to talk about this real quick, but this article says here, OnePlus's new charger can fill its upcoming flagship in 39 minutes. If you're not aware, the OnePlus 8T is going to come with 65-watt wired charging, which is incredibly fast. Does everybody need to charge their phone in 39 minutes? No, but I'm not complaining. I would love to be able to charge my phone. The quicker, the better. Yes, we can all talk about battery degradation. Is it going to kill the battery? Maybe, possibly. But there's also the point that if your battery lasts 2 days, 3 days, then you're not charging as much either. So let's just get into this. OnePlus today unveiled its new fast charging technology called Warp Charge 65. The company claims that it'll fully charge the OnePlus 8T's 3,900 milliamp hour battery in just 39 minutes. It's only 3,900 milliamp hours? Why did I think the AT was going to be bigger than that? Is it weird that I'm bummed that this isn't at least a 4,000 milliamp hour battery? The Pixel 5 is going to have a bigger battery than the OnePlus 8T. Anyway, that kind of surprises me. On top of that, if you don't have time to fully juice up your phone, you can charge 58% battery in just 15 minutes. The AT will ship with twin battery configuration, so it can charge faster. In earlier phones, a single battery used to charge at 30 watts, but with new, somebody needs to check their grammar or proofread. But with the new setup, the phone charge at a higher. What is with this writing? Who is writing this? Why do I have to? The OnePlus 8T will now come with a 65-watt wired charge, and you can charge your phone from 0 to 100% supposedly in 39 minutes. I'm surprised it has only a 3,900 milliamp hour battery, although that's still not a small battery, but I would have expected a bigger battery. I'm not going to read the rest of this article because it was written by a 12-year-old. So, continuing on. Oh, this article from PC Mag, I think, just talks about how it does what it does, how it charges at 65 watts. Not really, I'm not going to get into that either. And then this story here from The Verge talks about the LG Wing. It looks like Jerry Rig Everything tore it down. And I haven't watched this video, but I'm going to read the article, or at least try to read about what's going on through, or what's going on with the way that it has. The LG Wing is that T configuration, right? Like this. And the phone goes like that to that, to that, to that. And I think it's an ingenious piece of technology. I would love to get the LG Wing, but I don't know if it's going to be an exclusive. I also don't know how much this LG Wing is going to cost, but this article kind of talks about how it does that flippy floppy thing for the LG Wing. So it says here, it's actually pretty wild. There's a hole cut through the printed circle board and the mainframe of the phone, which has a flexible ribbon cable threaded through it to allow the rotating main display to both function and twist around. There's also a tiny hydraulic damper to serve as a shock absorbing cushion for when you flip the phone open. The actual hinge mechanism consists of a pair of riveted plates held together by two springs, one to hold the phone open and the other to hold it closed. There are two sliding tracks, blah, blah, blah. I would rather just watch the video. So anyway, that's the technology for how the LG Wing works. This is the video from Jerry Rig Everything. I don't know if he... So that's the mechanism. I still think that's awesome. I think I would use this, I think, more so than I would imagine, especially when I'm watching YouTube videos, if I'm watching something on Twitch. Oh, look at that glossy back. Team Verai would not like that. Look at the fingerprints on that. Anyway, I still think it's a very ingenious idea. I really wasn't going to get into the whole science or like engineering behind it, but I would love to use something like that just to see how good YouTube, Twitch, streaming, that kind of stuff or service would be. So, guys, listen. I have been streaming right now for an hour, 37 minutes, 50 seconds, almost an hour and 38 minutes. My voice is getting tired. So with that being said, guys, I think we are going to call it a day. Guys, I want to thank everybody for stopping by. I want to thank everybody for chatting, being in the stream, talking with me, having a good conversation. It's always nice to have the regulars stop by. Even the new people stopping by, people who have just subscribed, thank you so much. I want to thank everybody who super chatted, all my Patreon members, all the YouTube members, thank you for supporting me. Always means a lot to me. Again, thank you for the super chats as well. I think that's all I got. Guys, tomorrow I will be back, 2 p.m. Central. Come back here. We'll do it all over again. Thank you so much again for stopping by. Thank you for being a part of the community. I appreciate it so much. I am starting to play the outro music as I wave goodbye. With that being said, see you guys tomorrow. Come back. Have a good one, guys. Bye.